Welcome. My name's Brian Knight, and I live in Melbourne, Australia, and it's just after 5 o'clock in the morning on a Monday for me. Sunday for you, Darren and Thomas. So, yet to make it to the new day.
Hi, Brian.
How are you, Tom?
Good, thank you.
Um,
Did you have a
let me
good week
just.
driving the bus?
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, I've been having issues with some of the kids, so, or half a dozen of them. That was the last term of last year, and I needed to jump on it at the start of this year, and I got supported by the school and the bus company, and um, the last couple of days last week were pretty subdued. They were good, so at least I
Had
can
to br-
concentrate.
you had to break up a kid gang?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was just a group of half a dozen that then caused disruption for the whole for the another half of the bus sort of thing. So I had to sort of jump on, well, not physically, but had to sort of contain them a bit. So, and now they've had the riot act read to them, and so now they're a little bit more subdued. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, no, that's just excitement. No, no problems. Yeah. All right, let's just share across here. Let's do this to start with. So, welcome to this live Forex analysis session. Just note that any trades discussed in this group are to be classed purely as educational only, and the reason for that is we're a group of people helping each other, and we're not financial advisors. There is a full risk disclosure and a little bit about us as live session traders. So, um, yes. Oh, you're back home, Darren. So not on
Yeah,
the trail.
no.
All right, let's go and share across. It looks like RBA is going to lower interest rate. A little note here saying they're going to go from 4.35 to 4.1. So that might just move things around a little bit at the start of the week.
Well, look what I'm in.
Um,
AUD
sorry.
one. Just having a look to see what trades I'm in AUD.
Yeah. It
GA,
can't even.
still in that for the sell.
Yeah. Okay.
So that probably wouldn't help.
Well,
Because it's
if you
gonna
lower the, well, I don't know. Like if you lower the interest rate, you'd think it'd weaken off the currency, but may not. It may
well it
surge it.
yeah, potentially won't. And I'm in GA for the sell, so
Yeah.
um I want the AUD to be stronger, don't I? Because I'm selling GA.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. I mean I'm risk free on that one, I submit. So
Oh,
if I
that's right. Yeah, yeah, you've got, yeah. Okay.
anyway.
At least you're in that sort of enviable position. So
Yeah.
anyway, let's go down through these pairs, have a look. This relaxer method is pretty good. Well, it is good. It just there's not a lot happens. I mean, sometimes it does. Sometimes you get this flurry of things that you need to attend to, and other times it's just sitting on your hands waiting for something to happen. Um, Again, AUD JP, AUD CAD in the middle, nothing to sort of do with that. If I had have got that as a trade, it would have gone three-quarter back to anyway. That's right. Just looking forward now, I'm applying some of these some of these changes to the strategy to see what they would outcome. Okay, AUD CHF still sitting in that middle there as well on the rails. It is coming up. I think I had it as a pink, but took it off when it pulled back. But now it is. I mean, this trend is continuing, so we'll see. See what happens when the rate change comes in, and what's the other thing there? Unemployment rate. Oh God, okay. When's that? That's on the 20th. That's after the rate decision. Okay. Well, it won't be if we get a rate cut on Tuesday tomorrow, our time anyway. Um, the word on the street is that we're going to have very soon, within a week or two, there will be a call for election. So then it'll be the 6 weeks or whatever it is race to the to the sort of end of the election. But the word on the street is hung parliament. So they won't. The two major parties won't have enough to govern in their own right. They'll have to get some other what I call independence to help them to govern. So uncertainty all over the place. And isn't the US creating a lot of uncertainty? How's that, Darren? How's the UK in this sort of Ukraine-Russia negotiations?
Well, the UK Prime Minister Starmer, he's trying to sort of position himself as this person who's gonna unite Europe and the US, being sort of big ally of the US, and then obviously trying to sort of keep the two on board. So apparently he's got this meeting with Trump coming up, and then after that there's like a summit with Europe, and he's going to sort of be this person who's going to go from one to the other, trying to get everybody together again. So that's sort of the position here at the moment.
What is it with the US thinking that they can just run roughshod over the top of everybody and do whatever
Oh yeah, I
they
mean,
like it's just, you know, the word collaboration doesn't
well,
come into it.
some of the things being said in the UK, this all the way the US are going about this, it smacks of sort of appeasement, like Hitler appeasement in the
Yeah.
back in the day. I mean, he must be rubbing his hands, Putin. He must be absolutely can't believe his luck that he's now
Uh,
potentially going to get to keep the territory that he stole by force and be brought back into the brought back into the world.
it's interesting. There was an interview that I saw on the weekend with from our journalist or whatever, speaking to one of the ministers in the Ukrainian government, and he's the sort of the most outspoken of the group, and he's saying there are two things that are non-negotiable. One is giving Russia any of Ukraine's territory, and two, um, they want to join NATO, which is the
Yeah.
total opposite. Like they go, well, we're just not going to negotiate those two things.
But
So,
they have to be protected, don't they? I mean, I think it's very dangerous what Trump and his government are doing. Quite frankly, this sort of appeasement of Putin. I mean, China will be looking at this and thinking, oh well, Taiwan.
do whatever we want.
Yeah, give us the green light to take Taiwan, because Trump's not going to do anything about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So I think the world's in a dangerous place.
Uh, yeah, yeah. It's interesting though. How can Trump or US make rules for Ukraine? It's a sovereign country. It's like,
But they can't make rules, but they can withdraw support, can't they? That's the thing.
oh
That's the
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the lever they've got. With just either, this is the
But
deal.
then, but then, but then
Either
they'll
take
see
it
who
or we,
who
yeah.
might take up the challenge.
Well,
If
Europe has
that
to do it, don't they? Europe has to step in, and this is part of what this Starmer's trying to do now. Sort of get support, try and get everybody united, and urge Europe to step up. And
they were saying, Macron saying, let's make a European army and let's.
yeah, that's right.
And all the reports, everything I'm seeing, it's like Russia is really on its knees. I mean, it's sending injured, like, you know, military out of the hospital who can just sort of still a mobile, sending them out to the front again. Like it's pretty, yeah. Anyway, and their economies, it just needs to squeeze the hell out of them. And
That's
anyway,
right. I saw really digressing here. I saw something on BBC. It was the US versus Canada ice hockey international, and
oh,
players were fighting in that. You know, the Canadian fans were booing the US national anthem. The match starts, and within like the first 9 seconds, there's three fights break out between three players.
oh, here we
So
go.
they're not very happy. The Canadians are not very happy with the Americans at the moment.
Oh,
That's for sure.
yeah, I think there's a fair bit of the world not happy. Right, there we go. So, AUDCSF. Now, AUD it never got a triangle. I didn't take a trade on it. It did come up to the middle, pull back, and then it's sort of just sitting around that, the danger zone in the middle again. So no, and it's never appeared. Very different to that USD JPY, which is interesting. It had one, and then when we get down there anyway. AUD NZD. This just happened before the rate cut. Like we've got this push up and then typical pullback. We'll just see whether it continues itself back up again. No trade here. There's nothing on the outside except for back here at, when was this? November sometime.
Maybe that's already factoring in the rate cut,
Yeah, maybe
expecting the rate cut, and it's weakened the
Aussie dollar.
AUD. Yeah.
We'll see. AUD Singapore. It's the one that's probably got the most AUD NZD, the closest alliance of, as you said, potentially an indication of what might happen. Where AUD Singapore, it's still, pull back and now push back up again. We never had a triangle there. We did have a long, the change of trend bar, didn't take it because I had no triangle. All right.
I mean, look at this pair. It's not really been outside the
No,
F4, not fully since about August last year. It's
correct.
yeah.
Correct. Well, even further than that. Is that August? Yeah,
I
it
think
is
it
August.
was.
Start of August. Yeah. Yeah. Well, see, you rely on that. I don't necessarily
Oh,
rely on it to be outside, but that's okay. We just got different views on that. The same thing. So, all right, AUD USD. Look at that. Oh gosh.
yeah,
Typical, eh? Look at that. Damn, wipe you out and then take off.
yeah. I was looking at that. It's quite frustrating that
But that's okay. It could have rate
spike
cut
down.
three
Yeah.
quarter, and now it could just start, pulling itself back down again. So, um, but yeah, it's interesting that US is US dollar is quite weak against lots of currencies. If
Yeah.
we're looking down, so anyway,
Mm.
that'll need to come to the rail, and then we'll see what happens from that sort of point of view. But this week's got a little bit on. CAD CHF now never made the rail. Did go from one side, no triangle down there. It doesn't really matter. It just sort of bounces around inside it, and it has sort of since back November as well. Um, you know, it doesn't like getting too pricey, and it doesn't like getting too too cheap. Anyway, um, I I'll take that one off the pink because it's pull back down there. It's not give us anything, and there's no I'd say there's no trend bar change yet either. So it's still green on the current candle. So it could quite easily push further up. We'll wait and see. Okay, CAD JPY. Again, I didn't take this. It didn't have any triangle out the bottom, even though it pushed out, back, pushed out again. Yeah, not a wasn't a fan. We do have a green trend bar though, so we'll just see. I mean, I'm looking at some of these ones that I don't take without triangle and assessing them as well. So, okay, CHF JPY. I got in that on this candle before the long, so it is slightly in positive, nothing dramatic. We
Yeah,
have for you. Did you get into this, Darren?
I did. Yeah, yeah. So it's
You,
slightly in profit, similar to
yeah.
yourself.
So we do have a green triangle. We do have it outside the rail. We do have a long. We do have a trend bar change. That to me has tick, tick, tick on like get the trade. I got into it before the long appeared, but because the trend bar changed. But I think this was the late one I got in. Well, not late, but later than the other ones.
So I'm now taking two 1% positions on this. I know I talked about.
So am I. So am I, Darren.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
going.
and I set one at the 3/4, and I set one at the top rail, if it's in a buy.
Yeah,
But then again, when you get to if or when you get to 3/4, then there's a reassessment of what happens at that point.
yeah,
And I think that's important to know, isn't it? So that we're
yeah.
safeguarding both trades. Right, yeah, you're AUD. Again, we've got around the middle, and it has pushed back down again, but if you had have had a 3/4 from that, that would have been great. And then whatever you still would be potentially, or maybe not because of that pullback, but anyway, uh, yeah. Okay, Euro CAD. No, I had this one as a pink because it was coming out to the other side, but it has pulled back up now. Um, we'll see. It's sort of staying within this sort of center. It's coming back to that middle range. It could drop off again. We'll just see, or it could push back up. We just wait and see. Don't have to jump in on any of that. Euro CHF, very much similar. It was looking like it was going to come out. It's sucked away back away from the rail again. For the settings that we have anyway.
Canadian
Euro,
inflation rate this week. I just noticed for
sorry, who is?
Canadian inflation rate.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Tuesday, coming on
Ah, for
Tuesday.
the Euro CAD.
Yeah, yeah. For the Euro CAD, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Previous was only 1.8. So, okay. Euro CHF, we look at that's sort of just sitting in that middle again, nothing. Euro GBP. Now, this also too, it's gone sideways since after that. Where was it? We had some Trump news or whatever. It created a gap, it filled it, and now it's just going sideways. So, what's coming up? Unemployment rate for you guys, for British? What
And
else?
inflation rate.
Inflation as well.
It's
Oh,
been,
it's gone up slightly,
yeah,
or
it's the
potentially gone
forecast.
up. And there's also a little bit of retail sales and stuff. So that will potentially have a bit of effect.
Yeah,
There's a bit of news this week
yeah.
coming towards, sort of crawling towards the end of the month. Right, Euro JPY. This I am in for a buy.
Yeah.
We have candles outside of the rail, which may or may not be your thing. It has a triangle, a green triangle. It has a long. I got in back down here when it changed that trend bar, and I'm in still positive on that one. Okay, I have two trades, one for 3/4, one for the top of the rail. We'll just see how we go. And JPYs are typically so unpredictable. It's we'll see. It could just push itself back down again. My stop loss is, I'm pretty sure, it might be at that one or there. It just depends on either there or there. Okay. Euro NZD gone sideways and been going sideways for quite a while, since back at the end of December. Pretty wicky. we're starting to get some engulfing candles and less wick. So we'll see what happens. But no potential trades. Euro Singapore. Yeah, no triangle. It has come off. No long. Do have a green trend bar. But, you can see how it's just pulls back down all the time, back down to the lower price. It hasn't really gone very far past the midline. Euro USD, a very unpredictable pair.
Yeah, well, I'm in this. I'm break even on it now under the new rules.
Right. Well, that's good.
Hit the 3/4 line, so
Oh, so you've actually profited one half
yeah,
of it or whatever it
taking
is.
a little bit of profit. Not
Yeah, yeah.
not a great
And
deal.
now you break even on that. Okay, good. Lovely. The way things should be. We'll just see if it makes it to the other
But
side. Well, great. If not,
if I'd have been following these rules when I took the trade, I'd have hit that 3/4 line sort of
yeah,
weeks
back
ago.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay. It's
Yeah.
good isn't it good, Darren, to observe what could have been positively and negatively.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing a lot more positive than I am negative
Yeah.
in relation to these changes that we're talking about. Okay. GA, which we had a look at before. Uh, you're in the sell for that.
Yeah.
It's already, back here it made the 3/4 as well back in January, same sort of thing, pulled all the way back here and then. So you're risk free on a second trade on second half or whatever.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Good, lovely. All right.
But again, I could have done that again sort of a few weeks ago, couldn't I?
Yeah. Back in probably it hit there at least
January.
back on 15th of January rather than waiting for this to suck back profit and then give it back to you again. But it's, yeah. See what it does, Darren, doesn't it? It really keeps you, it gets you to profit and then keeps you out of all of this sort of toing and froing type stuff where, it like for example, if we have had it where you have two trades at this point when you took that there, you'd have a stop loss up there, whatever. You'd have profit at that one. You'd have a break even here, or you'd move it down or whatever. Anyway, you'd be out of the trade, and then all of this stuff pulling up and this stuff going down, you'd just be watching. You wouldn't be any risk of any stop out.
Yeah. Well, it's also under these rules. The other thing I thought is that it's I'm going to use it's using up less margin on my account because these trades I'm stuck in for weeks and weeks, particularly if I'm now risking 2% on each one. I need to sort of free up a bit of margin and
Be able to take other trade opportunities
yeah,
that come
yeah,
along that these ones would be chewing up.
yeah. The
Yeah,
system
no,
needs the weeks and
absolutely.
weeks and weeks is just it's just soaking up that margin, isn't it? And
Yeah, it's a waste.
yeah,
All right, GCAD. Now, this would have been take trade, 3/4 trade back, like same opportunity there. But this, you said you'd got 1, 2, 3 trades out of that, and now it's only made it to 3/4.
yeah,
So that's good. All right. So no trade potential there at the moment. Said GBP CHF. Again, this is just sitting in the middle. A lot of CHFs are just, you know, there's not really, but they're uncommon to have a lot of opportunities on them. All right, GBP JPY. I mean, this one for the buy. We do have triangle still. There is the push up, a little pullback there. Hopefully, we get a push up. I've got 1 at 3/4, one at the full. I think this was one of the first ones I took actually. Right. GBP NZD. If you look at it where it is in the rail in the middle, not an opportunity at this point. Again, if you had have had a trade from here, triangle short, one trade, three-quarter, beautiful back, break even. Thank you very much. Same as GA.
Yeah, well, I'm still
Okay.
in it for the sell, so just hoping he
Oh,
gets that three-quarter line at the second attempt.
okay.
That's what I'm
Oh,
waiting.
because you didn't take one at that three-quarter first. Yeah, because we didn't have the rules in place at that point.
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. See how we go. GBP and Singapore, you're in that buy. It's doing all right, isn't it? Hasn't
Yeah.
made three-quarter, but
Yeah.
it's still going positive.
Yeah. Pull back again on Friday.
Yeah, well, you know, that's the life of a trader, isn't
Yeah.
it? And GU, I think you notified us that it made the three-quarter and you had profited out half or whatever, or
Yeah.
part of your trade, and you're waiting for it to go the other side, or and it's a break even for the rest of it. So, hallelujah, fantastic, good move. All right, so when it comes out the other side, we'll look and see if we get a red triangle and then the pushback. So, NCAD for the NZDs now. NCAD, there is a green triangle there. There is a long, the three-quarter again, pull back. If you were you in this one? No, you wouldn't have because there was not enough
This is the
candle
one I was
outside.
losing both those trades,
Yeah,
and
but
it turned
now look
around
at
and
it.
pushed back up. I'm almost back to break even.
Yeah. Well done, Tom.
Nope.
Yeah, good. Yeah, yeah. You never know, do you, Tom? You just
No.
never ever know. Um, And Darren's had a couple of those ones where it's like within pips of stop
Yeah.
loss, and then they turn around again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, good. Well done, Tom. We'll just see how we go. It's like there is that Canadian inflation news coming. That's the only thing. All right, NZDCH, which could help or hinder one or the other. NZDCHF, again, another CHF that's sitting in the middle. No triangle down here, so and this is just snaky green, red, green, red, green, it's rubbish. Okay, entity JPY. I'm in this one. We had a did you get along at all on this, Darren, or
DJPY.
because
No,
I've got no, okay.
still
So
not on this. No.
yeah, well I got into it. I got
Yeah.
triangle. There was some candle out and I got a trend bar change. So and it's staying green in there if you look at it.
Yeah.
So I'm positive on that one. I think I
Yeah.
got in about here somewhere, or probably at the start of the next candle. It did pull back and I went into negative a bit, and now it's pushed back up. I don't have lots of profit on all of these. Again, I've got a three-quarter and the top row. Right, NZD and USD. This is the one that you got knocked out on,
Yeah.
Darren, and then it's taken off again.
Yeah.
So this is no different. US dollar again weakened right off. Again, lots of currencies. So looking at that where it may come out, we'll get a red, and then looking at that potentially for sell further out. All right, Singapore Japanese yen. Again, triangle thing with a long. I've been in that since I think this candle when it changed trend bar. I got that buy, it pulled back, and I'm still in positive on that one. Again, I have a trade three-quarter and one at the top row. Okay, USD CAD.
It's reached the other side of the
Yes, it has. It
yeah.
has.
So it
Uh,
would have been a winning trade. I'd have taken it, but the profit would have been minuscule.
Rubbish. Would have been rubbish. That's
Massive
right.
stocks.
So, well, let's just wait for a green triangle and see how we go.
Yeah.
Um, if the US can focus on other things than the rest of, focus on themselves rather than the rest of the world. And I don't mean anything, Tom, to you directly. It's a USD CHF. Look, it came to 3/4, dropped out the bottom.
Well, I mean, this
All
is
right.
break. So this is where I'm retrospectively applying the new rules to a trade that I was already in. So
This is where you survive by the skin of your teeth, and
yeah,
it's so it made 3/4. You profited out, did you?
yeah,
Okay, but you're still keeping part of the trade for it to
correct.
go.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
rightio. Yeah, all right. Well, that's nice. Very nice. Yeah, slow mover, but like you would have got in back. I don't know. You probably didn't get into that short. I know you got a short earlier or something.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
okay.
24th of Jan, just before started using the new rules. I mean, under the new
Yeah,
rules, I would have been stopped out, wouldn't I? Because I'd have had a tighter stop loss.
yeah.
I'd have taken out for a double loss, in fact, on that one under the new
Yeah,
rule.
well,
Anyway, that's what it is. So.
it is what it is. It's good. Now, UJ is the only one that I'm
Yeah.
floundering with at this point. And
It's in a bit of trouble, this one, isn't it? By the looks of things.
yeah, it is in trouble. I've got two trades on it. It did have a green triangle and it's gone. It's disappeared, which was interesting. So I only took it because it had a green triangle and we had trend bar change. Now we've got a red. So I may have a double trade loss on this one. We'll see. I don't know where I can't remember whether my stop loss is there or there. 151. Hang on, I'll just have a look.
Mine's at 151.47. Nice stop loss.
No, mine's up here. Mine's here at the low, just below the candle before the long. I'm not going to move it. If I lose, I lose. That's just the way it is. I just got to keep trying this. We'll see what happens. Just that US dollar is really even like against everything else. So USD Singapore also dropping out. We're now out at the rail, so that would be nice. Onto the pink. See what happens. If we get a green triangle, then we'll look at a potential buy back up. But it may just keep rocking itself down. We'll see. Gold has done a little pullback at the end of but this is the end of the trading week, so we'll see. We still have red triangle. We don't have any trend bar change. It's still all nice and green. It's not sort of any position yet to look at that. And all the news is with all the uncertainty going on at the moment, people have been buying gold.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a pullback at the end of the week. Silver, it also had that pullback. It went to the outside, pulled itself back again. So we'll see what happens there. And your oil has dropped off again.
Yeah, down
Thank
again.
you. Thank you very much. Drill, baby, drill. So, have you moved your stop loss down to the top of this one, or have you just
I
kept
should
it at
do,
break
shouldn't
even?
I? It's still a
Well,
break.
no. It's totally up to you. I'm just asking what you've made the 3/4, and you've profited out half the trade or whatever, and you still got the rest running, which is all fine. But the break even would be back up here somewhere.
I think for me, when it breaks that previous low there of
This one.
left, when it breaks, well, no, to the left there, when it sort of breaks that, then I'll probably move it to
Okay.
above there. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No worries. Well, there's the full enchilada at the moment. We've got the lot, but yeah, I didn't get into this trade, but you did, Darren. That's all right. And where is Bitcoin at the moment? Still just hovering around that 96. So it doesn't want to do much, does it? Since back the end of November, it sort of spiked and back and spiked and back. It's now just going sideways, ready for a breakout at some point. Yes. Okay. That is about it. Any other news? Anything else you want to update us? So I think I'm not quite up 1% now. We'll just see. Anyway, well, sorry, 10. What am I talking about? And some of them are only got small at the moment, but it's that USD JPY. It's in real trouble at this point. We'll see if it does a Phoenix, Tom, like your NCAD,
Yeah.
where it tries to rescue itself. We will see. But anyway, anything else that you want to add? Any other pairs that you? No? Following it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Good.
good.
No worries. Tom, is it okay we don't look across too much to the Rincos? Are you're okay with?
No, just keep going. You guys are fine.
Yeah, okay, good. Thank you. Just wanted to. All right then. Well, that's the view. Now, this is the thing. I was thinking of it, saying, well, like we come on every day basically, and a lot of things. Sometimes there's not a lot of movement. It's like we got. Well, this is the same thing as yesterday. But the point is, it's still important to look at it at least on a daily basis
Yeah.
because there's things you may need to change, things that do move to other sides of the rail that you want to observe, and also too you get to it gets to reinforce. It's like, for example, at the moment you go, oh, the US dollar's in trouble all over the place. It gives you that sort of the insight of what's happening and
Yeah.
potentially some news that's coming up. So,
Yeah. No, absolutely.
but tomorrow's session, it'll be before any rate decision for the Aussie, for the Reserve Bank. So,
Yeah.
but the anticipation is it will, and then there'll be a flurry of rubbish that goes on. We'll see whether it picks up or drops off. And that AUD NZD is already sort of giving some indication that the Aussie dollar might weaken off. So, um, but I certainly would like most of the pairs to get a bit stronger against the Japanese yen.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right then.
Right.
Until tomorrow. Take it easy.
Yeah.
Ciao.